All right. Hey everyone. So in this video, I'm gonna introduce the course. This is Bio 1111, and it's a hybrid course. So hybrid meaning uh, there's an in-person component to it, and then online as well. So really, it's the lecture part of the class is online, and then we meet for labs in person. So I'm Professor LaRue, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna jump right in here. So, gonna share my screen and show you presentation. Okay, awesome. Okay, so we're gonna start with uh, D2L, and this is really the course website where you'll be able to uh, do a bunch of things. Uh, Access lecture slides, check your grades, take exams for the class, submit assignments, among other things. So we're going to go over that. And so, yeah, how we use it, let's do that. This About Me assignment and the lab safety quiz. So all of this will be on D2L. Let's go ahead and take a look. Make sure I have it pulled up here. So actually, I'm going to show you first the page that you're probably familiar with, at least a little bit. This is the main Arapahoe website, arapahoe.edu. Um, yeah, and I'm pretty sure you've seen it before because I you got to register for the class here. Uh, and so what you're going to want to do is click My ACC here at the top. And when you do that, it's going to ask for your S number and your password. Um, so you'll log in. I'm already logged in, so it took me to the main page here. Um, and mine is probably going to look a bit different than yours because I work here. Um, but somewhere there should be My Courses D2L. Now, nobody calls it My Courses. Literally no one. Everyone calls it D2L. Uh, it's kind of like um, I'm not really a native Coloradan, but I've been told that um, nobody calls it Ball Arena or Empower Field, the football and the basketball, but they call it the Pepsi Center for Ball Arena, and then what Mile High, right? So that's how I fool people into thinking I'm from here. Um, but anyways, yeah, D2L. Let's click here for D2L. Oh, and yeah, I do not work at Red Rocks Community College um, anymore. So just ignore that. I've talked to IT about it, and it's just not big enough a deal to, have them figure it out. But no, I don't work there anymore. Um, Although I'm kind of tired of seeing it. Um, just like reminded of, you know. it was a interesting time. Anyways, I work at ACC now full time and I love it. So, anyways, blah, blah, blah. You're going to see the classes you're taking here on D2L. And then when uh, you're going to see our class, BIO 1111. In this semester, it's section 301, tends to be, but might be different. But it's the BIO 1111 class that you're taking. So we're going to go ahead and click that. And then it takes you to this front page here. Okay, and then there's a bunch of links at the top, and I'll go ahead and show you one of the more important links, the one that you're probably be clicking on the most, which is content. So if I click content, it takes me here, and there's a bunch of tabs here on the left. And we'll start with course info at the top here. Uh, and so for under course info, we have the lecture and lab schedule, syllabus, extra credit form, Zoom link. Start here with the lecture and lab schedule. This is your golden document. This you're going to want to print it out, bookmark it. It's just you're trust me, it'll be a very important document to have readily accessible. And so we'll take a look at that soon. I have it pulled up in Adobe here. And then the syllabus, we'll take a look at that too. I'll try to make it as painless as possible. Extra credit form, I'll go over that more in person. And then this Zoom link, which is mainly going to be used for anytime you want to meet for office hours, but like from home or if have time at work or whatever it is, and you don't want to come to campus. Yeah. Oh, and then if there's a snow day and I hold class over Zoom, which is it's interesting when it's hybrid because it would be lab. So maybe I would just do you know, um, go over the lab or something or whatever, cross that bridge later. But anyways, that's there. Uh, lab makeup info if you have to miss. So good stuff there. Uh, okay. Next, let's go over videos. Videos, what do I mean by this? Being a hybrid class, the lecture side of things is all done online. At home, work, wherever you're gonna do it. um, and essentially, you're going to be viewing lecture videos. A lot of me, a lot of me teaching you. Uh, Ignore this video down here for now. I'll explain that later. This is another really important link to bookmark, uh, just have available. So I'm going to go ahead and click it. And when you do that, it's going to take you to this playlist of videos on YouTube. Um, and it's in order. This is where you're going to find all of the lectures that you're going to watch and take notes, and it'll be great. So again, I recommend bookmarking this page so you don't have to, keep going back and forth. In fact, I recommend bookmarking D2L. Should have mentioned that. So you don't have to like go through my ACC and do that every time. I have D2L bookmarked. You can even see it here on my screen. D2L, just click that to get you to that main homepage. I would highly recommend that. Okay, cool. Um, great. Let's keep going here. I'm gonna go back to content, see if I know there's other things I want to show you. Uh, okay, so let's again, I'm going to try to keep this short. I mean, this is stuff that you can go through on your own. Study and when we look at the syllabus, I'll explain what these some of these things are and how it works. Pre-lab assignments you'll find here. I have Word and PDF versions of all of them. Study questions. Uh, these are uh, assignments that you'll complete for the lecture portion. They're based on the lecture material. So you'll find those there. Um, the slides that I use during uh, the lectures and the videos that you watch. So I have students that like to uh, sometimes, print them out and fill them in. I think that's always a great um, strategy. Or take notes in PowerPoint, whatever, if you want to do that kind of thing. Lab report information. I'll be going over the lab reports and how those work when we are in person. I'm not going to do that here just because it's far away, as well as the presentation project. So there's a lot of good stuff in content that you'll be coming back to. Study guides for the lab practical, cumulative final. Yeah, that's it for content. Okay, hit everything there. Okay, let me go back to or actually, sorry, let me wrap up with anything else, D2L, blah, 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 blah. Actually, no, let me go to let's see what else is here. Okay, how to contact me. Let me show you how to do that. Awesome. Okay, and how I contact you. Okay, perfect. Cool, cool. Go back to D2L. Okay, so I'm going to go to the home page. And so let me go over how I contact you and then how you can contact me. Start with how I contact you. And the main way I contact you, and now really what I mean by that is uh, if something comes up, so like an announcement, and I have to change the date on something that's due, or this doesn't happen very often, if ever, but I have to miss class, whatever it is, you're gonna see that announcement here. There's none right now. I'll be making a welcome announcement soon, just so it's not just blank when you first get in here. But yeah, so there'll be an announcement on D2L. So highly frequently checking D2L for announcements is a great idea, just in case something comes up. Uh, what else? Announcements, that's how I contact you. Um, yeah. All right. How let's talk about how you can contact me. And there's really two ways. Two ways. Uh, either way works. Uh, you can message me on D2L. You can also email me. And historically, most students, I want to say, yeah, I'd say most students email. Depends on the semester. The point is, it's totally up to you. If you're always in D2L, maybe another class has you doing a bunch of online crap in here, like discussions and whatever. I try to avoid that. But you're just, it's easier for you. You can do that. I check both. Um, or you can email me. You can email me directly. My email's in the syllabus. I'll show you that when we get there. Okay. So, so to message me on D2L, here, let me share again. Okay. Uh, you're going to want to go to class list, scroll down to me. There I am, instructor, in case you forget. Hopefully not. Um, and the down arrow here. The down arrow is kind of the um, really helpful thing. And then send internal message. Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen this before. I guess that's new. But anyways, if you do that, and then you can make the subject like question about genetics or whatever. Uh, hi, Professor, blah, blah, blah. So that's gonna work. That I will get, and I'll be able to help you out. Let me show you what not to do, what won't get to me. So if you just back at the home page here, and if you see this envelope up here, that's like where you'll see messages from me, responding to you or whatever. And you hit internal messaging and then compose, kind of like email. And then you type my email in here. I'm not even going to do it because it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I won't get it. I learned that when I first started using D2L. Um, so again, you got to do the class list thing if you choose to communicate with me through D2L. And then if you email me, you just got to do it directly from your student email. Okay, cool. Sweet. What else? All right, let's keep moving here. All right, so other D2L things here really quick. Assignments, discussion. Let's start with assignments. So we'll go ahead and click that. Essentially, uh, the assignments page is where you are able to submit assignments. Now, the instructions for the assignments and everything, that's back on content, but assignments is really where you can submit your completed assignments. Uh, so pre-labs you can submit here and study questions as well, and lab reports. So yeah, if you want to submit your assignments on D2L electronically, this is available for you. Uh, I also accept hard copy, physical paper copies of any of these assignments. It's totally up to you. So again, if you want to submit here on D2L, you can, and you're going to do that under assignments. If you want to submit on the day they're due in person, that's totally an option as well. When we meet for lab, I'll collect any hard copies. All right, that's assignments. Discussions is next, and I'm only going here really because that's where the About Me assignment is located. In fact, I might make a link in content as well. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. The reason is it's the only time you're going to hit discussions in this class. Um, for this little fun introductory assignment, the About Me assignment, which is really just a quick, fun introduction uh, where you type a little bit about you and things like your expected major, your career objectives, if you know, hobbies, interests, pets. I always love seeing pet pictures when I look at these. Um, and so, yeah, you basically just click this, start a new thread, and yeah, please don't spend more than like 5 minutes on this. This is more of a cool way for me and your peers to um, know a little bit more about you. Just, maybe you have something in common and um, that's always fun to connect over. And yeah, that's about it. It's a free 5 points, 10 point. I forget how much I made it, but yeah. Please do it by, oh, the due date's in the schedule. I think I made it due a week out. So we'll look at that. And then the last thing really is quizzes. So I'm going to show you that quizzes here. This is where you access all of your quizzes, which there's 4 quizzes, technically quizzes, 4 of them in the beginning of the semester. I think we'll look at the schedule next. I think that'd be a good call for like when they're due and all this. But this is where you can or will take these 4 quizzes. Uh, the quizzes, those 4 quizzes, we kind of get them out of the way in the first couple weeks of the class. The lab safety quiz is the first one that's due a week from when we start. Which is so the About Me and the lab safety is really all you want to focus on right now. Weirdly, under quizzes, is also the exams. There's no like separate exam link, but your exams are also uh, um, here under quizzes, and you take them on D2L. I'll talk more about exams when these dates um, get closer. Um, and yeah, okay. The last thing here on D2L for any of your classes is where you can check your grades. That's it for D2L. Okay, next we're going to look at the schedule. And let me get some water really quickly because I'm thirsty. Okay, got my water. Let's keep going. Okay, schedule, very, very important. Remember, that's that first link under course or content, then course info. All right. Here it is. Schedule has all of the lectures that you want to view and when you want to have viewed them, as well as exams. So really it's due dates in the lecture schedule. If you scroll all the way down, there's also the lab schedule. Uh, but really what you're going to be checking out uh, a lot is this column here and this one. So let's talk about this first column first. So notice I capitalized, I underlined lectures to watch slash exams to complete before we meet. Okay. What does that mean? That means that, so we're not meeting, or we didn't meet today that I'm making this video, because of the holiday. But so there was nothing to do before today because the class technically is starting tomorrow. Anyways, point is, when we meet here, for example, on the 26th, you will have want to have watched these videos. This video, the introduction video, for sure. Uh, Characteristics of life, scientific method one, two, three, and four. That sounds like a lot, but some of them are short. Um, so by the time we meet on the 26th, uh, you will have wanted to have watched these videos. Okay. Yeah. I think the only other thing is when there's an exam. So like uh when we meet on the 9th, you'll have seen these videos. And then between the 9th and the 16th is when you'll want to take the first exam because you want to do it before that 16th. Now, very importantly, I did all caps again and even some italicized and underlined. I really tried to emphasize this. Um, in this, I think in all the cases, really, when there's an exam that you want to do or take, um, there's also that week a lecture to watch. Uh, and the reason you're gonna want to watch that before taking that exam, uh, so here, view before, is because that material is gonna be tested on the exam. So don't take the exam, then watch this video that week. So I put it in front. I really tried to emphasize that. And it's the same for the other exams. There's going to be a lecture that'll be on the exam, so be sure to watch it. Okay. Cool, cool. Anything else? Not for that column. Okay. Okay, assignments due. Pretty straightforward. It's due on the 26th. You want to complete these. Quizzes, pre-labs, uh, study questions. I'll talk a little bit more about that when we look at the syllabus and what that's all about. Uh, Lab reports, when those are due, there's 2 lab reports. See that in the syllabus as well. Um, yeah, etc. So that's really it for the schedule. All right, PowerPoint, what's next? I went over how to contact you. Okay. Be sure to pick up your lab manuals. Okay. Then the syllabus. Great. Okay, let me. Okay, so lab manuals. Um, those are at the ACC bookstore on campus. Uh, and I mean, the policies and how the course works always are changing every department meeting I go to. But it's either going to be one of these two things. The lab manual is already at the bookstore for you. In fact, you paid for it beforehand by signing up for the class. So you have to go and pick it up, or uh, and that's how it is right now. So you just have to go down there and pick it up. But who knows? In a few years, like when you watch this video, and hopefully I don't have to make another one, it might change where you have to buy the lab manual at the bookstore when you go down there, but it should already be there for you and you just go up and tell them your name and you pick it up. You got to go pick it up and go pick it up before we meet uh, next class. Really, the main reason is because we're going to do a lab next class and you're going to want to know how to do it. Um, so yeah, that's it. It's on, it's at the Littleton main campus. It's by the coffee cafe shop. So please be sure to do that. I think it's like, I have it in my PowerPoint like at least 3 times. Um, so pick up your lab manuals. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the syllabus. And I know what you're thinking. This is gonna suck. No, I promise. No, it's probably not gonna be great. Um, I, I don't go through the whole thing. It's unnecessary right now. There's policies and stuff. If you miss an exam and stuff that could apply to you at some point. But for now, the reason we're looking at it is for the helpful, important stuff for now. So testing you, where do you find the syllabus? Content, course info. I think yeah, I made it the second link under the schedule, and it'll take you here. Uh, so you'll scroll down. Sorry, I'm just looking at my dog. What are you doing? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Basically, I think I mentioned this, but essentially how this hybrid thing works. Uh, Lectures are all online on that YouTube playlist page. Uh, and then, uh, yeah, and then you asynchronous. That just means you can view them at any time during the week. But again, according to the schedule, you'll want to view certain lectures by certain dates. Uh, Lab is in person. So we meet, in this case, Mondays, uh, 2.5 hour, 5 to 7:30 in M3130. So it's just once a week, Monday evenings. Okay. My YouTube is here as well. I do love to mention this, especially in this class where you're gonna watch a lot of me. Um, so really great tip that my past students have recommended. Speed me up. There's a lot of material to learn, and we have busy lives. So it's I think helpful for a lot of people to speed up my lectures a bit. I draw things out and draw it a bit faster. So to do that in YouTube, you can go to settings. It's a little gear icon in the video. Um, and then you can select the speed and speed me up. And yeah, if you need help figuring that out, just let me know. I do it all the time for guitar practice, but actually I slow things down because I'm not that great yet. Yet. Anyway. Uh, yes, paper, colored pens. Yeah. So essentially this is because just it's really helpful, I think, for learning and for having this resource to study from is to physically take notes with paper and pens. And I use a lot of colors, so having colored pens is really a good call. Uh, in fact, I always have it right here. Sweet. I always like to show this on the first day. This is a revolutionary thing. Saved my butt in grad school. Um, but it's four colors. It's a multicolored pen. It's incredible. Um, they have them at Target, Amazon, you name it. But yeah, definitely recommend this. And okay, cool. Got my email here if you want to um, email me about the class or anything. um, my office for student hours. Okay. So I'm in M4805. So that's M is the main campus in Littleton. Uh, so 4805, here are my student hours. Uh, and then yeah, a few of these are super late. That's because this semester I'm teaching evenings at Sturm and Castle Rock, but yeah, most of them are before this class. So if you're able to come through, awesome. Um, and then again, if you if it's easier for you to just come to or I'm sorry, to uh not come to campus and physically meet, you can always send me an email and we can meet over Zoom during these times. Um, and then if none of these times work for you, just communicate with me. We can always, you know, I can always schedule you in somewhere. We'll figure it out. All right, sweet, sweet. Doesn't matter. Well, it does if it applies to you. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Fun, yay. Blah blah blah. Blah. This is the lab manual. This is what it looks like. I know it's kind of a small image. Do I have one here? I don't think so. Um, I'm at home if you couldn't tell. But yeah, it looks like that. That's the one you're gonna want to pick up at the ACC bookstore by next time. Okay. Cool, cool. Yes, blah blah blue blah. Research presentation. I'm gonna talk about that later because we've got plenty of time for that. About me assignment, we talked about that. All right, the study questions. Here we are. So as I mentioned, the study questions are found on D2L, and I think I still have it up here. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go into, well, I'm already in content, so it's in content, and then study questions. I have Word and PDF versions. um, so this is where you're going to find the study questions, and then uh, the thing I want to emphasize is that how you complete them is totally up to you. You can handwrite your answers, or you can type them. So if let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and download one of these here, like scientific method. Let's see how. Okay, show you here. All right. So here we go. The due dates are on the schedule for study questions. Um, and they're always due on an exam day, or I'm sorry, for this class, we don't take exams in person. There's two at the end that we do, two exams that we take in person. I'll mention that soon, but essentially, um, during that week when you have an exam that you have to complete by the next time we meet, the study questions will be due as well. And that's all in the schedule under the assignments due column. Um, but anyways, and it says that here as well. But you can handwrite your answers, which I recommend. That's the best way to learn, I think, and remember what you're drawing out or listing. Um, uh, you can type your answers and print them out. That's also totally cool. Uh, or you can submit them electronically. And I've had students do all the above. And so if you handwrite your answers, you can still submit them electronically. And these days, it's easier to do that than ever. Uh, there's apps where you can scan your documents. My personal favorite is, I think it's called Adobe Scan, and it's free, hopefully still. Been using it for a long time. Yeah, Adobe Scan. I still use it from time to time, and you can just scan uh, uh, your study question answers and submit them electronically on D2L as a PDF. So however you want to do it, that's totally up to you. Okay, so there's that. Let's go back to the syllabus. Oops. Here we go. Okay, this thing's in the way. All right. The exams. Again, I will talk more about how exams work uh, when the first one's coming about. But importantly, uh, when you want to, something I already said, right? You want to see all the lectures so you're prepared. Study that material, obviously, and then um, you have that entire week to take the exam. The key, however, is you can't pause it and come back. Here it is, so in bold. How once you begin the exam, it's timed and you have 1 hour and 20 minutes to complete it. I'll talk about format and whatnot later on. I mentioned there's two exams that you take in person. The other four are on D2L under quizzes. Uh, these four exams are lecture exams. We have a cumulative final that's taken in person at the end of the semester. And then we also have a lab practical. I'll talk about that when we get to the lab portion. Uh, that practical lab exam is also taken in person. So again, there's four exams taken on D2L, and then there's two taken in person when we meet during lab. Extra credit, I'll talk about that when we meet. Uh, Assignments, I think the only thing I want to emphasize with that, which I think I've already mentioned, but worth mentioning again, uh, it's up to you how you submit them as far as like format. You can submit them electronically on D2L under assignments uh, as a PDF or a Word document, um, or you can uh, print them out, type and print out your answers and hand them to me, physical copy, or handwrite. So I'm pretty, flexible with all of these different ways to turn in your assignments. Okay. Okay, what goes into your grade? What goes into your grade? Hold on 1 second here. Okay, trucking on through here. Meh. Okay, where'd it go? Here we go. Okay, cool. I don't want to spend too much time on this. It's basically everything I'm talking about. The lab, I'll probably talk about that more in lab when we meet for lab and how labs work. I like to go through the process there. Uh, but you can check this out on your own, really. Let's keep going. I think, oh gosh, I want to say that's really the main stuff. Let's hope, right? Um, yeah. Okay. Great. Thank goodness. I don't want to talk about my syllabus anymore, so okay. PowerPoint. What's next? What else? Ah, of course. Here we go. Reminders. About me assignment. Sure to do that. I love reading those. Um, the lab safety quiz. You'll also want to do that. That's due by Sunday, uh, at 11:59 p.m. And then here it is again. Be sure to pick up your lab manual. That'll be very important. Okay. Um, so I'm going to be reading about you. Just totally excited about. I love doing that. Uh, but I should probably tell you a little bit about me. Not that much, but yeah. So these are various images from my life, hanging out with friends of mine, and um, so yeah, in the middle there, guitar. I'll talk a little bit about that and how it's weirdly my new obsession. I say weirdly because it's like my quarter life crisis, I think. My third life crisis? Quarter is generous. I'm a little older than that. My third life crisis. It's a third. Anyways. So family here on the left. Guess who went to the Metallica concert? Yeah. So my brother and my parents, and these are my phenomenal, fabulous colleagues. Funny enough, none of these are bio faculty. Actually, Rachel is. She's just now a department chair in social behavioral sciences psychology. I don't know the name of her department. Anyway, yeah, so psychology faculty. All right. Keep moving. Oh, yes. The love of my life, my sweet angel. This is Kaya. Kaya! She doesn't listen to me too often. Sometimes. Hit or miss. But yeah, Kaya, yeah. Best thing that's ever happened to me. She's so sweet. She's such a great dog. So yeah, that's Kaya. And then of course, continued because you can't have too many. And that's definitely not in my office. Definitely not. Because you can't bring a dog into your workplace. So let's just remember that. I don't do that. Okay. When I show this in person, I like to ask like where people think this is where I'm from. Uh, I'll give you 5 seconds because I'm trying to wrap this up. Meh, okay. If you said San Diego, you're correct. So I'm from San Diego, and I've been in Colorado now. Oh my gosh, I think it's been almost 5 years. I want to say it's almost 5 years. I came in 2021 in June or something. So yeah, 4.5, 5 years. Um, so yeah. Okay, how am I qualified to be teaching you? Um, well, lots of experience, trust me. That's been the most it all helps in different ways. But as far as credentials go, uh, I got my master's in cancer biology at USC, University of Southern California. So I worked in a breast cancer research lab. Yeah, if you're interested in my uh, thesis project, I can always talk to you individually, kind of what I was working on. Um, I got invaluable. laboratory skills, techniques, things I use to this day to help students out. And yeah, yeah. So cancer biology was something I um, uh, focused on. But with that was a lot of physiology, so immunology, the immune system, disease, uh, cell molecular biology, biochemistry, all this stuff. It's really just kind of my jam. Okay, what do I like to do? What fills my cup, turns me on? What's the phrase? Lights my fire? Whatever. Um, I love rock and roll, man. Uh, I really like heavy music. And then every time I say that, people are like, really? I would not have figured that. No, I really do. I think it's because I was an angsty, rebellious teenager. Just, but yeah, heavy music. I like metal, especially. But of course, I this was the best like image of bands I could find, and yeah, most of these bands kick butt. There's no doubt about it. Um, Metallica is arguably my favorite. Guitar, it's kind of a stock image of guitar, but yeah, guitar. I mentioned it earlier is just taken over my life in a great way. I don't know what happened, but it just kind of I really just I love it. It's just been such an incredible hobby and um, activity for me to um, grow and improve and yeah, it's just been great. I love it. Coffee, also love that. Video games, I do like video games. I've always liked video games. What have I been playing lately? Oh man. I just beat this game that I just did not like. I don't know why I just kept playing it. I think I just have this mindset of I gotta finish it, I gotta know what happens, or completion, whatever. Horizon Zero Dawn. People love it. I don't know why. I hated every minute of it. Not gonna lie. Anyways, past favorite games, Legend of Zelda games. Uh, I played Elden Ring for a while and I kept going. It's a very tough game if you don't know. And I beat the new God of War. That was really great. So yeah, if you want to chat video games, I'm always down. Yeah, what else? Swimming, running, basically to help keep me sane. I don't love it. People say, "Oh, I love to run." You love to suffer? Really? It's you do it because it makes you feel good. Anyway, is that it? I'll give you this questionnaire and talk about the extra credit when we meet. All right. I'm tired of talking. That's it, right? That's it. That's gotta be it. I didn't forget anything. Anything? No. Anything I have pulled up here? No. No. All right. Signing off here. Thank you for your time. I look forward to working with you all. And yeah, see you soon.